Welcome to Dazzle the Twin. How are you all doing? I just want to say thank you very, very much. I'm on 1,000 subscribers. Last Sunday, I was playing Fortnite. I know some of you have got it. What a good game. I was playing that and I hit 1,000 subscribers. I got an email from YouTube. Congratulations, 1,000 subscribers. A load of bananas over the screen. Share it with the world. So I'm going to share it with the world. All the bananas I got. Hey, 1,000 subscribers. That's my dance for 1,000 subscribers. But anyway, this is my ST, as you know. I've done nearly 700 miles on it. I just want to show you 3 things I don't like about it, but let me tell you about the things I do like about it. Let me take this phone off of the camera woman, my missus. Right, what I like about this car is these lights here at night, they follow the bends. They're amazing. And when you turn, not only do these turn as well, but this here lights up and lights up all of the pavement. What a lovely feature. Just ST. And another thing I really love about this car is I love them wheels, 19-inch wheels. They come with an 18-inch, but I've got the extra 19-inch, and they are absolutely fantastic. Handles the road really well. So let me just hand the phone back to my camera lady. Thanks, babe. Yeah, so anyway, this car is, I've had it for just under a month. I think it's brilliant. I love it. I think it handles well. It looks good. It's got a lot of presence. Very good on acceleration. I love the colour. It's just such a nice car compared to the Mercedes I had, which was the C200 diesel. This has got nearly everything that I need for a person like me. It's got touchscreen sat nav. It's got a nice steering wheel with ST in it. The seats are Ricardo with ST embroidered in it. Let's have a look. But like I said, this car, those light up at night. It's got nice warm red lights at night as well. But look at the dashboard in it, and that steering wheel. Look at that steering wheel. I think that is absolutely amazing. Yes, you can get the carbon fibre gear sticks, and I would like one, but I can't afford it at the moment. Look, ST there, Ricardo. It's just such a nice interior, and when you drive it, you sit in the seats and they're comfortable and you feel like you're in control. In the Mercedes, it didn't reek Mercedes. I'm not saying that they're a bad car, but my one that I had was the basic of the basics, but it was a lot of money. It's just such a nice looking car. And also the boot space in these cars is incredible. Bit messy in there, but I fit a wheelchair in there and it fits in there really comfortably. Anyway, let me hand the phone back to my camera lady. Sorry, babe. Yes, I've got to say that I've had this car a month and it is I love the car. I can't really fault it, but the 3 things that I can fault is, one of them, when you reverse, these mirrors on my Mercedes, it dropped down and you could see the curve. See, it just shut on its own. It must be because I've got the keys in my pocket and I touched the, tonight, I touched that. But look, open it. Right, this is all touch. Isn't that a nice feature? The Mercedes never had that. Let's just open it. Another thing I don't like about it, if we go around here, mate, when I'm driving it and I'm doing like a long distance, inside, let me just do this. I'm just going to put on the, I'm just going to start it up. I mean, this Series 3 sat-nav is brilliant. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it connects to my phone really quick. But anyway, look at this clock. See this clock here? It's digital, 10:33 in the morning. But there's nowhere else where there's a clock. So when you turn this off, say it's a bit bright, you've got no way of knowing what time it is. And it's a very tiny clock. I'll just turn it back on. It's a very tiny clock. And I feel as though that they should have a nicer clock maybe there. They should have a clock there perhaps, because you've got to keep looking at your wrist, and that kind of takes your distraction off of the road. But that's another thing I don't like about it. And when you put it in reverse, like I put it in reverse, and that mirror does not go down, which would be a useful feature. And it also, you see I've got this dash cam. Why don't Ford, Mercedes, Golfs and Volkswagens, all the big manufacturers, why don't they put these in the mirrors here as a permanent function? So when you turn on the ignition, you just put an SD card in there, right? It records all the goings on in front of you. You don't have all these cables that are hanging down. Admittedly, I've got my air freshener, right? But that there should be incorporated in the mirror, and they should all come as standard, because they're all on about safety. They're on about you know, that people, if you have an accident, you've got proof of the accident. That's why I have it, just in case there's an accident. Also, there's a lot of scammers out there as well that that scam you. So when you go up the back end of them, there's another car in front that will turn off, and the one that you hit will put in a claim for the insurance and puts our premiums up. So I've got that there to you know, to prove that if I do have an accident, whose fault it actually is. But they should put that in the mirrors on all cars as a standard function. But anyway, babe, let's go for a drive in a minute. What do you reckon? Yeah. We'll go for a drive. But anyway, the clock is the main first thing, really. And another thing as well is, when I picked it up, these bolts here, look, that's ugly. Oh no, I'm going to paint them black, but isn't that ugly? Absolutely stuck on there with a screwdriver. It doesn't look nice, and I'm going to paint them, or I'm going to get those caps that go over them. But apart from that, she is a beautiful car, and it does drive really, really well. So and it's a 2-litre diesel turbo, which is plenty for us, isn't it, babe?
Definitely.
Right, it's got a lot of acceleration. It handles the road really well. In fact, it's one of the nicest cars that I've had on handling. The Focus ST 2017-2018 is Britain's, UK's #1 best-selling hatchback car. It's beaten the Golf GTI, and I can see why. This is a beautiful car to drive. I like the Golfs, but I prefer the ST Focus. Beautiful car. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a drive in a minute. Just going to take my coffee. If you have a look, we're having a cup of coffee over there. I'm just going to take these coffee cups back in the cafe over there, which is the Bayside cabin. They do a nice cappuccino, a nice latte. We're right by the ocean. I'm going to go and take these back. My missus is going to take some footage of the ocean. Over there's the Isle of Wight. Beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Beautiful. And so you can see where we are. We're only about 4 miles away from where I live, but isn't that a beautiful sight? And what I'll do is I'm going to take these mugs back, and we're going to go for a drive in the car quickly. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in a minute. Taking the cups back. Let's start it up. Push button start right there. And on the display. Put my seatbelt on. ST Ford Performance. Well, let me tell you this is a beautiful car to drive. Beautiful. It handles really well, and I will be honest with you, my Mrs. Anna, who's the camera lady today, she said that when we was in the Mercedes, and it is true, if you cover up the symbol, can you see that? If you cover up the symbol on the Mercedes, you don't know you're driving a Mercedes. And do you know what? That's true. And I've grown up with cars because my dad was in the motor trade for 45 years. And my dad used to take me and my brother, my twin brother Adam, to school in Mercedes, Jaguars, Rolls Royces, and really expensive, nice cars. You always knew that you was in a Mercedes, but nowadays, you don't feel like you are, especially with my one. Some of the Mercedes are beautiful. I'm not knocking the brand. I think they're a lovely car. But for what you pay, this car is £29,000. The Mercedes that I had was 34, and this car has got it all. It's all what you need. It's got the touch screen, it's got the nice steering wheel, it's got a nice interior, you can put your sunglasses up here. It feels comfortable, it's quick on acceleration. What a beautiful day, look at the ocean. That Stokes Bay ocean over there. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that nice, babe?
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning views on a lovely day like this. So yeah, a lot of my friends on YouTube have just come back from Monaco. They've been in Monaco. Fair play to them. I wish I could go to Monaco. I couldn't afford to go to the Isle of Wight. But anyway, I just want to let you know that I've done 688 miles, and she is a beautiful car. I love it. Value for money. If you want value for money, get a Ford ST. You have a lot of fun. I'm not bored of driving it. Any excuse to go to the shops. If Anna says to me, can you go and get me a pint of milk? I'm gone. She says, can you go and get me some sugar? I'm gone. When I was in the Mercedes, can you go and get me a pint of milk? No, go yourself.
Very true.
It is true. But this car, it wants to be driven. It wants to go on the road all the time. And, you know, it's just a lovely, comfortable, fun factor car. And it's very comfortable as well. The Mercedes was actually quite comfortable, in all fairness, although I didn't go much on the seats, you kind of moved all the time. But this is a very comfortable car to drive. You've got a good feel of sports in it as well. And I like that. For this money that you spend on these cars, I certainly would recommend a Ford Focus ST. They've got a new model coming out in September. I cannot wait to see it. I've seen pictures. Whether that's the car that is coming out, if it is, wow, it's going to be an amazing looking car. But like I said, Ford Focus ST is the UK's #1 selling hot hatch. It's beaten the Golf GTI, which has come second. So they must be doing something right. I really enjoyed this car. But guys, I'm going to cut it short now because I'm going to head to a garage. And thank you very much for subscribing. I've got 1,000 subscribers. I am so overwhelmed, and I'm very pleased with that. To know that I've inspired people to buy Harley Davidsons. So far, 28 of you have bought Harley Davidsons, and you say it's because of me. I really appreciate that. From all over the world. Also, I've had people go into Dockgate 20, Southampton, and they've bought Harley Davidsons because of my channel. And do you know what? Thank you very much. I am overwhelmed with your loyalties. Such a lovely car to drive. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video short. Thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs down if you don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm going to reply to most of the comments. And before I go, I want to say hi to Rocco, aka Charlie, and his friend Sharpie, for helping me with my eliminations on Fortnite, because we've just discovered this game that's very popular all over the world. I do like this Fortnite game. Once I've sorted out all my house and my children are all tucked up in bed, I have a go on Fortnite with my partner Anna, who's the camera lady, and we just relax and we just we lose ourselves in the game. It's good fun, babe, isn't it?
Good fun.
And I'll be playing this game up until September the 18th, when the new Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, comes out, because we're both big fans of the Lara Crofts and the Tomb Raider. I've been a fan of her ever since that she was on the PlayStation 1 in the black and white days. But yeah, this fortnight's very, very good. I want to say hi to Jake the Bastard, not Bastard, Bastard. He's another guy that's inspired me on this fortnight. Very good players. I think between them they've won 200 matches. That's incredible. I've actually won one, purely by fluke, but I won it. So I got me rewards, got me stars. But hi guys, if you play the fortnight, I'm coming to get you later tonight with my AKAs. Geeky, aren't I, really? But who cares? It's good fun. But anyway, I'm going to cut it short now. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. And I'll do another video very, very soon. That's where my dad used to live, in one of those blue flats in the middle. Beautiful flats, aren't they?
Beautiful.
Yeah, lovely view. To wake up to that every morning, this view out there, it's just incredible. More building work. That's the hovercraft place. See the hovercrafts over there? When that was an active naval base, HMS Daedalus, the hovercraft used to go across the road on a regular basis. It was an amazing sight, it was. But when they shut down HMS Daedalus, which is one of the worst things that they could have done to the Gosport economy, and they shut down Haslar Hospital, and they shut down HMS Dolphin, although that is called Fort Blockhouse now, and they're meant to have the Army, Navy and Air Force all sharing the base. It's never been the same since. It's a skeleton crew. But when it was HMS Dolphin, where all the submariners go, they either went there to HMS Dolphin, or they went to Faslane or Farslane in Scotland. And the amount of tourism and the amount of the pubs were open, the clubs were always busy. But when they shut down Dolphin, HMS Haslar and HMS Daedalus, that's three main naval establishments, Gosport died of death, and it's never recovered since. And the government say, oh yeah, it's because of cutbacks. And then they build a massive hospital in Salisbury that costs 4.4 billion, but yet they couldn't keep Haslar afloat, or Dolphin, or Daedalus. I think it's shocking, and a lot of people have suffered. Shops and businesses and everybody. It's just not the same anymore. It's a real shame. They used to have a HMS Daedalus air show every single year, and then they stopped it and said, oh, it become too expensive. But yet hundreds of thousands of people used to go to it and pay their tickets at the gate or on the telephone. Just didn't have a lot of internet, if internet then at all. And they said it was too expensive. I don't believe that for a million years. The amount of money and revenue that they took, if it was open today, all of Gosport and Fareham and beyond will want to go to that air show. It was absolutely incredible sights it was. And the aircraft they used to have there, wow. Vulcan bombers, Harriers, Hawks, Red Arrows, it was all there. It was brilliant. And it's a real shame that they shut that down. And if you're from round here and you remember HMS Daedalus, you would all, I know you would agree with me. It was amazing. So it's a shame that they got rid of the Navy. Although there's still some Navy in Gosport, but it's nowhere near as good.